final whistle goes. Fran Alonso's fists are in the air. The Celtic women's team are the Scottish Cup champions. Tash Flint and Clara Riordan with the goals in the second half, and the celebrations can begin. History has been made. The first Women's Scottish Cup final at Hampden Park has been won by Celtic, and it's no more than they deserve.
Yeah, totally. I completely dominate this game, but for a little spell in the second half, Celtic were by far the better team, more creative, more flowing, and more dangerous in the opposition's half. And we got the goals from set pieces that we fully deserved. But Rangers nearly came back in it, but correct decision on offside. Other than that, the defence was immense of keeping Rangers out, and also the midfield, the whole team, to deny Rangers any kind of opportunities within that game. Took 70 minutes to get a decent shot at goal, and that shows you the strength that Celtic were having today. And then at the other end, we needed set pieces. The set pieces were so dangerous for us today. And when you see the players that we do have, you know, we've got Caitlin Hayes who's outstanding there, McKelly Clark and Clara Riordan who scored the second goal. So it's have you ever seen that? That was brilliant. Oh, fantastic.
I don't quite know what to say about that celebration,
exactly,
but Fran is like, I mean, they're a family to Fran Alonso. He loves them all.
You could see that today in the level of performance. A fitting victory, a fitting way to end the season. They certainly deserve something this season in terms of what they've given.
Absolutely.
You know, so to end it with, as you say, Scottish Cup at Hampden, that's a nice way. Your summer will be full of joy, and I think that's what we want. Hopefully they've shown the path for the men to come next week here at Hampden to cement their treble.
Great scenes on the pitch at Hampden Park as we get ready for the Women's Scottish Cup trophy lift. The Celtic players go across to the 5,000 or so Celtic supporters who have played their part this afternoon. And then we go from one celebration at Celtic Park yesterday to another one on the pitch at Hampden Park. Glasgow really is green and white these days.
What a time it is to be a supporter of Celtic, isn't it? Whether it be the men or the women, you know, we're just geared on success. Rightly so, we're champions again away, and we've retained the Scottish Cup.
And the chance for more Hampden celebrations next week, Tom.
Yes, obviously the men have got that opportunity for that treble to come. You know, that would be
a world record-breaking 8th treble potentially.
Yeah.
For Celtic.
To think where we were, and obviously how hard it was to win trebles. You know, it shows. I was speaking yesterday. It shows the level of the consistency level that we have at this football club. The women are now getting that as well. Obviously, that you can see where they've came. They've came on their journey as well, and so close to getting that league championship. And this would have been a befitting way as well. But they certainly fully deserve something this season, and they have put an absolute outstanding performance on the park to dominate your greatest rivals in the way that Celtic did today. And you don't often see that in a game where teams are very evenly matched. We've seen how close it was at the end of the season in the league season, and for Celtic to come and dominate this game, it shows you that they're hopefully going to get bigger and better.
To see Hannah Kerner out there with the crutches as well, recovering from a knee injury she picked up in the game at Celtic Park against Glasgow City.
Did see her doing an Alistair Johnson and running along with
the crutches.
Yeah,
hopefully he's okay after having to limp off yesterday. So great scenes on the Hampden turf. And I'm sure if Fran could, he would love to hug every one of the Celtic supporters inside Hampden Park.
He always seems to have a smile on his face, doesn't he? Obviously, it's easy when we've played like this and how the girls have played. They've been outstanding.
Words of farewell perhaps from Malky Thompson to his side. They did win the league last year, they've won the League Cup this year, but it's been a disappointing season as a whole for the Rangers women's side with the level of investment that they put into the women's team. It's underachieved this year, but don't underestimate them. They'll be back as a force next season in a league that really is a three-team league. Well, Celtic, Rangers and Glasgow City.
You've seen how tight it was in the league. You've seen how obviously the trophies have been split out amongst them all, and but on a level of performance, that's something we can take even more joy out of watching the Celtic play today, in terms of what they've done, what they've achieved, and the dominance that they had in the game today. And that's something that probably would scare Rangers in terms of how we dominated this game today, in terms of the level of football that we played and the quality of football. To come to a cup final and be as tepid as what Rangers were today.
Well, it's a style of football as well, isn't it, Tom? We're playing in a way that's very, very close to Celtic's DNA, trying to, ball in the ground, trying to play football, play through defences, entertain the crowd. You can see the way Rangers are set up. They're very much set up to try and stifle teams, to overpower teams perhaps, and really kill games. But when you've got the quality that Celtic have, the quality from set pieces, the pace that they have, the trickery that they have, then Celtic were simply too good for Rangers this afternoon.
Well, you get
SFA President Rod Petrie, that is, I think, coming on with the new Women's Scottish Cup with the green and white ribbons on it. Good to see.
That was a first, then, is it, for this new trophy?
It is indeed. A brand new trophy for this year. Placed on its plinth with the medals alongside.
I'm doing it like a league presentation rather than what the Scottish Cup you used to go up and get it up in the main stand.
In fact, I think that'll be what the men do next week. Whoever wins will be up.
Yes,
they'll go up and do it the traditional way in the main stand. So it's always a bit of a sickener for the team on the losing side that have to come up and see the trophy with the other team's colours on it, but they get their runners-up medals, these Rangers players.
Yeah, it's not what you want. I've been there, and it's very sore. It hurts you a lot to see the joy, but obviously the champions today are Celtic, and you've just got to applaud them and give them respect for what they do. See them getting a trophy presented and then evacuate the park as quick as you can. It's just a thing that you don't want to be hanging about at these kind of times when you see the opposition enjoying themselves so much.
Yeah, some of the Rangers players just quickly taking the medals off as soon as they put them on. They don't want to be seen as also rans, but that's what they have been this afternoon. You can't deny it.
Yeah, that was certainly a class above from Celtic today. Against their greatest rivals, they certainly dominated the game from start to finish. They imposed themselves, and as you were talking about, Jerry, the style of football that Celtic play, and that showed through today. We got our goals from set pieces, and deservedly so, but we're a danger at that as well. But that wasn't the kind of style of football that we want to play, or just rely on set pieces, a Wimbledon type team. We want to play football. And that was certainly very evident today for the players we have, the skills we have, and I think it can only get better with if France stays about in terms of keeping us and improving the team, and obviously adding, if they can add some better players to that.
Time for the officials now to get their mementos from the day.
I'll not break tradition here and say again, I'm going to applaud them for having a decent. No, I can't do it.
It's a shame for the VAR referee, he doesn't get a medal.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. Stuck in the studio a few miles away, but he had an influence on the game.
Yeah. And correctly called, as we were calling it as well. Very tight, but certainly looked offside. And that was a correct decision.
And now it's the turn of the Celtic team and coaching staff to come and get the winners' medals.
As I was saying yesterday, I hope that, as you say, the backroom staff will get back to be able to join in as well, because there were so many there in Celtic Park yesterday.
Natasha Flint first up. I'm sure Kelly Clark will be last up, and will go to meet her teammates and lift that trophy. Chloe Craig, your player of the match, the men's this afternoon. Jacinta, who played her part with those deadly corner kicks. Chloe Logan, Celtic's #2 goalie, just back off a long injury layoff. Caitlin Hayes adding another medal to her collection.
It's experience for the younger ones just going through there, that a bit of a lift of a medal.
Oh, some teenagers on the
yes.
bench. Lucy Barclay's only 16, Amy Sharkey's only 15. What an experience for
Brilliant.
them.
Absolutely fabulous.
Liv Chance wanting involved in the celebrations, even though she wasn't in the squad, so not getting a medal but getting up on the podium. Kit Lafersky, and now it will be Fran Alonso followed by Kelly Clark.
Thank you very much. I am absolutely delighted. They deserve it. They got what they deserve. So I couldn't be any prouder.
Fran Alonso gets the medal.
There is a statue, but the biggest grin and the biggest smile in the world from Fran.
He goes up on the podium. Kelly receives the trophy from Rod Petrie, and now she'll make her way onto the podium, right to the front. She's done this before, but it's the first time she's done it at Hampden Park. Celtic, now the Scottish Cup champions. That's nice to say that phrase. Let's hope we're saying it again next week, Tom, but for now it's the women's turn to celebrate.
We have heard that so often, as you say, through the men's. The women have retained this Scottish Cup. I know it's a new trophy, but they've retained this. So we love the feeling of going to Hampden and picking up silverware. And now the ladies are continuing that tradition, and they will celebrate, rightly so. I think it's as one-sided a game as I've seen in a final against two evenly matched teams. Fully deserving, as Fran said, they're fully deserving of their accolades today. They will receive a lot of plaudits for what they put on show for us today as a team, representing the club. And as you say, every single one of them will be enjoying their night tonight.
Well, I'm not sure where the party is, but it will be in full flow all night. I've got absolutely no doubt about it. That's the women's season over, and they fully deserve to finish it on a high. The power of work that goes in behind the scenes from Fran, from all these coaching staff and players, and to finish it with a trophy in their hands makes all the hard work worthwhile.
Well, there's still plenty more celebration here with Hampden for the ladies going down and doing the lap of honour. This is just half the pitch. There'll be one half of the pitch empty just now.
You never forget your first Scottish Cup win at Hampden Park, Tom. What was yours?
No, but it was with Motherwell, a very exciting game, 4-3.
You lifted that trophy, didn't you?
My very first one was in 1995 for Celtic.
Right.
Obviously that was after such a long time, 6 years. We had to wait for a trophy.
28 years ago yesterday it was.
Jeez, don't remind me.
I was talking to Peter Grant and Simon Donnelly about that yesterday. They were in
the three, as I say,
exactly.
All the three as the co-comments were on that field today.
28 years ago.
Well, started the game, yep.
These women are experiencing it for themselves, some for the very first time, all for the first time at the home of Scottish football. And it really is the start of an era, and it's great to witness it, and for these supporters to be a part of it.
I talked about that game 20 years ago. This game was far better than what else was.
That was a terrible match.
That was a very nervy one. Away back there in '95, given the occasion how we'd lost the race in the League Cup final, and then coming playing against Airdrie, another championship team with some very good players, and but thankfully we won that one. It'll be good to see the papers tomorrow and see these smiley faces and the girls enjoying it.
Yeah, every sports headline you see in Scotland now has got a green and white tint to it, whether it be from the men's game or the women's game. Celtic Football Club is very much at the top. Let's not forget the B team winning the Glasgow Cup, the under-18s winning the Youth Cup final.
Is the trophy cabinet big enough for this to go in? Or we'll need to extend it a little bit.
We'll leave it there. The women will celebrate long into the afternoon and the evening, and they deserve every celebratory minute of it. Dominant winners this afternoon. Tash Flint and Claire O'Riordan with second half goals to put the game beyond Rangers. And Fran Alonso ends the season with a trophy. Thanks very much from Tom Boyd and me, Jerry McCullough. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.